What the fuck? What? What the fuck? What? What the fuck? Seriously, dude. What the fuck?
We on?
Yeah, we on.
What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. Kinda.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
sitting here giggling on that. That's the new intro that Scotty and Greg has thought up for me. Lord knows how fucked up they were when they thought that shit up.
Sad part is Scotty was completely sober.
Yeah, you were right. It's kind of Bill Cosby-ish. I was gonna do the two-step
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You know,
Do the mud foot.
there's bitches around the world falling asleep right now with a finger in them. So I am joined here tonight with motherfucking Big Ralph,
What's up?
and we got Greg on the ones, twos, the threes, and he got like numeric alphabetical. What are them? The Roman numerals for that one? That's some old school '80s shit.
Shit, last week I didn't even have the ones or the twos, and fuck, I got some all now.
You
I
got
guess.
letters now.
At least it's not hieroglyphics.
Right.
And we ain't get that far back yet. Yeah. You start bling, 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 bling.
Yeah, we're still in the AD, not the BC.
So shout out to all our new listeners, all new followers, all my haters. Much love, much love. Got a couple of shows I'm gonna be at in the next couple of days. I'll get you them dates here shortly, cause I don't have them pulled up on my phone, and I'm fucking blind. So yeah, I'll get that to you sometime during the night. We got any announcements, anything coming up as far as shit that you know of, Greg?
Well, Cowfest has an official date.
We got an official date. What is the official date?
I'm getting there.
You don't have it pulled up on his phone yet either.
I could have pulled my shit up.
October 29th.
October 29th.
Yes, sir. It starts at 5 p.m. at the West Side Bowl.
Fucking A. Fucking A. Everybody make sure you're down there.
We do have a lot of openings for sponsors. We do have a whole sponsor list. If anybody out there wants to sponsor, let us know. Yeah, that's about as far as that goes. But I mean, there is a killer lineup, but I'm not saying nothing until we get closer to the date.
Yep.
Because you know how that works.
Yep.
20 people say they'll be there. Only 3 of them show up.
Big crickets and shit.
Right. So.
But it
We'll see
should
how
be
that
a
goes.
good time. It's for a good cause. Help out the Calhoun family.
Yes.
Keep the memory alive of a good man. So,
Yep.
make sure you keep that date open, October 29th. Alright, so we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. I'm going to do my usual pissing and moaning and bitching. But I'm going to start taking some shit from the news here that I get. Now, I get that everybody gets the Google News that pops up with their bullshit that comes up there. That's pretty much biased all the way around. Everybody, I've seen that shit off rip. But I also get something called it's called Smart News or whatever. Takes me to different articles and everything. And if I ain't seen some of the most racist fucking horse shit in the news, like the most one, like that's basically where I go to get my other side of the argument when I debate on something. You know, I know what the other side is going to say because I can look at the horse shit that's being pulled out of the different things. So, I mean, this whole bullshit with Afghanistan that's going on right now, it's got so many different different fucking levels. We'll start on that right there. Well, ultimately, you know, and I knew it was coming. They're blaming this all on Donald Trump.
Everything's Donald Trump's fault.
You know, this was Trump's deal. Trump was doing this. Trump was doing that. You see on a lot of the media right now, the CNNs and shit like that, it's all Taliban wants Biden to hold to Trump's deal and all this shit like that. Problem with that is, when Trump's deal was enacted, the one that Biden did his little executive order to repeal, Trump had peace. You know, it was more peace in the Middle East than had ever been since Jesus. The motherfuckers been killing each other since Jesus. Muhammad, whoever. There's a reason why that place is still the litter box.
It's full of,
For
it's
the
full of
most
shit. That's why.
Now, everybody, you know, they love talking shit about, well, you know, Trump said this was going to be done by May, whatever, and, you know, he was pulling people out. Let's since everybody wants to bring up Trump, let's look at what Trump did. All right, Trump seen that there was an issue that America didn't need to be in on the border of Syria and Russia. So he took our soldiers out of there. Think maybe a handful of people might have taken a bullet. Lot better than the daily fucking slaughterings that happen out there. They backed away. The Russians took over the right way. They did what they had to do. No more issues over there. But we turned our back on our allies. We turned our backs on our people. We should have never did that. That's an atrocity. That's genocide. He let people know ahead of time. It was very public, because even if he wanted to keep it secret, everybody was up his fucking ass. He kept it very public that he was taking the soldiers up out of there. He kept it very public that he was getting our soldiers out of the litter box. And how? He didn't just say, you know, he didn't just make motherfuckers, you know, there was a whole deal. There was a whole branch, pretty much like a branch of the government. A whole fucking leg there just dedicated to the transition. I found this out a few days ago. Trump had a whole thing, you know, for civilians and our soldiers to leave. We would have still had an embassy there. We'd have still had our base there, controlled by us. As soon as Biden came in, he got rid of that motherfucker. Go! Go! This was before he even said anything about he was pulling any of our soldiers up. Yeah, Trump was doing this. Trump had a fucking plan. Now, in one of these fucking news reports I seen, they said that Trump left an empty... the exact words of the headline was Trump left an empty cupboard when it came to Afghanistan. Oh, really? Really? Because the last time I fucking heard, the only people that didn't like us over in the litter box anymore was Iran. The people who've always hated us. The one fucking little piece of shit country that didn't want to join the big coalition of litter box that Trump got together who peacefully... they let the Jews back. They let the Jews back. Anybody, look in your Bibles. I ain't even a Bible. Look, they let the Jews back. There was, when that happens, that's like peace. You know, where are the unicorns and the fucking rainbows? You know, I'm waiting for fucking grass and shit to start growing in the litter box. And here come old Crazy Joe pissing on the fucking grass.
Big old urine stains in the grass.
Let me just piss my geriatric toxic piss all over this good shit. and run it. What? I don't understand how people are justifying it. And then he had the nerve. The cocksucker had the nerve. His first press conference after all this shit happened. How many more generations of our soldiers need to die out there? How many more generations of our soldiers need to this and that? I'm not going to let... First of all, Trump said he was pulling people out. This is his deal. You're blaming him for all the bad shit in the deal. Don't fucking try... Trump said that was Trump's whole line. Like, I think when he told people. But again, you don't just up and leave like a chick who got, didn't get the dance that she wanted from the fucking, the Sadie Hawkins dance. Oh, you saw your date kiss somebody else, so let me run out of the fucking prom. Dude, he left, and not only did he just have the soldiers bail in the middle of the night, because, even the soldiers were like, they didn't know they was leaving. They knew they was leaving, but they didn't know they was leaving tonight. Like, I'm going to take a shit. Oh, you better hurry the fuck up, because the bus outside.
You're going to miss the plane.
The bus is outside. What do you mean? Dude, what you talking about? I just ordered a pizza.
Yeah. It's going to be 30 minutes.
I got some AirPods coming over. What you talking about? We're going to get stoned. Yeah, dude. It's ridiculous. And then, something that somebody did bring up to me, very odd. Because after I put out, I'm going to put out my whole, I guess if you wanted to call it a conspiracy or not, my whole theory on this. Because it's all connected to, like, if you look at it, man, somebody said something to me about, we've been training the Afghan army for 20 years. They shouldn't have been able to get overthrown like that. Which, I agree. I totally agree. Mighty funny how we don't hear nothing from the Afghan army. We don't hear a damn thing from the Afghan army. So it sounds like Afghan army aren't there. Or somebody tied the hands of the Afghan army. Or maybe this ain't...
Maybe it was an insurrection like the United States.
Maybe
they let them in.
Maybe it's not the Taliban who's running the show out there. There's too much funky shit on it. And then, like I said, this branches into so much shit. Because now, we look at it as an American type issue. But this isn't like one of our little... we fucked up somewhere and we gotta do something about it humanitarily. You notice right now everybody who was bitching that Trump took us out of. You remember, we got back into NATO and we got back into all them little allied shits where we're paying out the ass to be, bitches to the world. We dumped this big fucking Arabian turd right there on the table of NATO. Biden dropped his depends and let out the biggest, corniest, peanuttiest fucking turd.
It's steaming too.
Hot steam. Like that steam where it gets in your throat. You taste it just in your throat. Just left it right there. He's talking about, we got all these fucking news channels talking about our allies are taking care of this and our allies are taking care of that. Our allies are looking at us like, you motherfucking pieces of shit.
Well, I don't know about all that, but...
Oh, dude, watch the fuck...
Not me directly.
Dude, the Russians are even sitting back like, I can't believe they just did this shit. When Putin is sitting back like, hey, Donald.
Somebody fucked up.
Somebody really fucked up.
They start calling us Aaron. So You done fucked
You
up,
alright?
AA, bro.
You okay?
Made it almost all the way down, other than the last 2 steps.
Oof. Yeah, old man, you might want to keep it upstairs.
Alright, I gotta carry his ass upstairs.
Ah,
Shit.
hey, always much love for the pups of the house.
Right.
Hey, this is their house more than it ever be
You gotta
mine,
turn the mic
so.
on for this one. We got another one in the seat.
That's my buddy. All right, so back to what I was saying. So, now another the thing that this touches on that's real fucked up is all these immigration laws and all this shit that Biden tried to go back on. And at first, now these immigration laws were letting the Mexicans and the people up through south of the border, who that statistically are like, what was it, 75, 80% to vote Democrat. If they vote. So that's why off rip they let them in. Now they already seen, like they fucked up and showed real scenes of Tijuana and all that shit. It ain't like when we was growing up and we saw in the old Porky's movies. Tijuana looked like Boardman. It's nice neighborhoods. Even the people were like, we don't want these immigrants coming up from down south, because they broke the border. Like Guatemalans and all that broke the Mexican border and started coming up through. And, Karma was smacking the bean right in the fucking face with a burrito. And they didn't like it at all. There was ladies on, like, you would swear there was parents from out in Boardman, but these people are coming in and they're doing this and they're leaving messes everywhere they go and they're messing up our businesses. Bitch, you're supposed to have a donkey show and a fucking food truck. Now you talking about
truck.
businesses. There's fucking, there's churches and fucking like houses and, they got American-made cars out there. How about that? All our cars are Mexican-made. See, not many people caught that one.
Got to pay those import fees.
Not according to Biden, you just chopped across that border. There's no import fee.
Yeah, just drive them over.
But anyways, so they're letting the fucking Mexicans in, and anybody who coming across the southern border, they don't give a fuck. They ain't giving nobody no kind of background, nothing or other. Now the Supreme Court today did pass the law that they have to reinstate that if you come by the border and you get caught or whatever, there's no sitting in America. You take your ass back to Mexico. You go
That's
back
the way it
to
should
Mexico.
be.
They're reinstating that shit today, and they've been fighting, but the Supreme Court put that shit in. But aside from that, the Cubans who are going through some shit right now, who've been coming across on fucking cooler lids and pieces of fucking refrigerators and shit like that. These people have been floating across, going through some real shit. They're getting sent back at the turn of 3,000 people a day. That was as of last week. So I don't know if they upped them or whatever. And you know why? Because they have went to they have went to the White House protesting, wanting to speak, because they have rights under Jimmy Carter and shit like that. They have just as many rights as these fucking illegals coming across the fucking desert. And these people know what it's like to fucking live in real deal communism, in real deal socialism, in real oppression. And they all vote Republican. So now, they're sending them back, but they ain't letting these people in. But now they got an immigration crisis that they're bringing in, because they keep talking about how they're bringing in American soldiers and American citizens. No, the soldiers was gone that first day. The American citizens they trying to get out, and you don't know who is who. Had the nerve to say they're doing background checks on the people coming in. You dirty motherfuckers! You ain't doing background checks on the Mexicans.
How you gonna do a background check on somebody you don't even know who they are?
Right! You got to the 31st and they had this fucking one reporter. She was out there trying to make it like the Taliban. This was just like a government change. This was no big thing. This was no, trying to smooth it over. It's fucking these same people standing around with the picnic table shits on their head, holding fucking big ass guns and shit everywhere. And people are coming and taking pictures with the soldiers. No, the fuck they're not. You know why? You want to know how I know? Just common sense. Them soldiers, if you take a picture of them, you're gonna get shot. You have to ask permission to have them on camera. You, yourself, your news reporting ass, have to have permission. You think these strangers just gonna walk up? No, don't work that way. Not in the litter
It's a
box.
Kodak moment.
They showed one video clip of one of the Taliban soldiers in a fucking bumper car at a kids' amusement park. I don't know who they was trying to make that cute for, but to me, that's fucking horrifying. You got a grown-ass man who is known for raping and pillaging with a big-ass gun. Don't look like he ate, showered, nor fucked in weeks, months. Sitting, chilling in a fucking kid's bumper car at a fucking park. You think that's cute? You think that's fucking cute? If somebody over here would have did that, yeah, they did. It was Epstein's Island. That is some straight fucking, that's what they were saying Michael Jackson was doing.
Yeah.
They killed a comedian out there just recently because he was making fun of them, doing comedy bits of the Taliban before the takeover. It's on video. A comedian, but no. There's people who say that they're supposed to they was getting emails or kind of news lines or whatever because there was a total blackout for 3 days. But once it did come in, they said, make your way to the airport. Make your way to the airport. So now we're in a fucking action movie. You gotta make it through this post-apocalyptic town because that's what they turned it into. To the airport. And then you gotta make it through the airport. And then they said that people were rushing in planes to the point, they had to just take off. All them pictures on Facebook and shit were real. People falling off the planes and shit.
Yep.
It's not that bad. Motherfuckers is falling off planes. It's not that bad.
Yeah. It's not that bad when you got to try to be extended cargo on an airplane that you ain't going to make it.
Right.
You'd rather fall to your death off an airplane than have to live in that country.
So now they're saying we're doing background checks and stuff on the sand people before we can figure out if we're going to let them into the U.S. or not. Wait a minute. I'm feeling like this right here, all this horse shit we was talking about racism. This is fucking racism right here. You are preferential to the Hispanics from the border on this side than the Hispanics by the water on this side to the fucking litter box people over here. You let one in, you gotta let them all in. This was a door you guys fucking opened. We closed that shit. We did it humanely. We did it systematically. It was going fine.
If you want in, you got to knock on the door. You can't just walk through.
Now it's just slang your dick across the fucking front carpet. Rub your ass on my bed like you're a dog with fleas. Well, guess what? We need some flea collars now. America needs a big fucking flea collar.
We need some Seresto.
Oh, it's and that's and it ain't just America's problem because this is a whole big ass country. You know, this ain't like one of them countries that's the size of Texas. This, they taking 30,000 people out supposedly a day. A day. They ain't saying where they're taking them. They're taking them out. They even got commercial airlines doing this shit. I wonder if any of them, well, you ain't gonna worry about masks. They all ninja wearing shits out there. But, I wonder how much COVID is running through that shit.
None.
Ain't heard none of that. Nope.
There ain't no COVID running through that. Come on. It's all running through the Americans not wearing masks.
No, it's because of the unvaccinated. That's another thing. They're talking about Florida is the
There's
biggest.
more COVID being carried around by the vaccinated people than the unvaccinated
yes,
people.
just to give it to ya! I don't understand what people don't care about that. They gave you some shit, and then all of a sudden there's a mutated one. I have it. I have the mutated, the first gen, the second gen. I ain't had a PS1, the COVID 1, the COVID 2. Now it's switched over to the ex-COVID. COVID switch is gonna be up there. The COVID weed. This one you can walk around and do shit with. You're just gonna be really, really tired after you're done.
Next up, the Atari version of COVID.
It's gonna just be Pong. You're just gonna get up and lay back down. Get up and lay back down. Get up and lay back down. Motherfucker, we're gonna be America. That's how they're gonna take care of the obesity problem. Everybody gonna be doing sit-ups. It's gonna be COVID Pong edition. Get up, lay back down. Ugh, fucking. Nobody's fucking talking about that shit. Nobody's talking about none of that. They're doing background checks on the sand people. What? You ain't did shit of a background check on Enrique and his fucking 12 followers riding around on horseback like they Jesus and with the flock of trafficked kids.
What? Run that by me one more again.
A flock of trafficked kids.
A flock.
A flock.
Okay.
Cause you know when you're bringing them across, if you got people behind you, you gotta dump a couple just so they'll stop. They'll gratitude, and then it's just like you jettison shit off the back of your plane when you got heat seekers coming at you.
A release.
But that's okay. That's okay. We can't help the people who need that shit. Not at all. But I noticed, Texas is they doing their damn thing. They can't nobody say shit about Texas. If I move, I might have to move to Texas. I definitely might have to move to Texas. They said, fuck it. If we can't make our own rules, we're seceding. And it passed through. If they want to right now, all it is a signature now. They don't got to hit no more people. They ain't got to hit no. Texas could be their own shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't passing none of this. They made all the people, when they were passing the voter law things, and all the Democrats just bailed to Washington like a little bitches. All right, you got arrest warrants coming out for your ass. Dude, sign them. Dude, all everybody who left, dude, yeah, you bring your ass back or you're going to jail. They had all rights to, too. And they all came to fuck back.
Right.
And they said that they're gonna finish building the wall on their own. Thank you, Texas. Thank you.
Everything's bigger in Texas, especially the wall.
Oh, fucking terrible, dude. Fucking terrible. So the Afghan thing poses the immigration problem. It causes the disease problem. It causes the evacuation problem. It's getting nothing but pushed on to fucking the last administration, which is a bitch move. I mean, because we all know. I mean, we know. No matter how much you try to bash Trump Trump's for, everybody said Trump don't know what he's talking about. He's going to get us into another world war. Really? Really? Because I think everything that Trump did when he did have any kind of attacks, they was all done by drones. That was all done by video games.
Mm-hmm.
And none of our soldiers died. There wasn't no Black Hawks down. There was no fucking, collateral damage. If it was, it wasn't like towns and thousands of people. It was like 5. 5 assholes who might have taken over if this dickhead was dead. I don't understand. I think I got a way of tying it all together. And then in the meantime, Maricopa County, their recount and everything, as many times they tried to discredit that and stop that and all this other bullshit. Them motherfuckers came back. I believe that Trump wasn't lying. There was shimdiggling of the votes. I mean, again, that's at this point it's neither here nor there. Ooh, he got cheated. Ooh, can't do nothing about it. It is what it is. There's something else he was right about though. This fucking nitwit that's in the office now should not be fucking president.
He's not. The whole Democratic Party's president.
Nancy Pelosi is president right now.
He's just a puppet on a string.
Now, here's a little something that I just found out actually on the way up here. Our vice president, who's been hiding this whole time. She ain't stupid. I'll give her that. She ain't stupid. She's like, oh, this cat gonna get a shot. I'm hiding. That bitch went to China! She is on a South Asian tour, and the Chinese are talking shit about her. She ain't said nan fuck about any of the immigration shit. That's her job. That's her. That is her job. That is what she is on national television. That's on C-SPAN. That's the real shit. That's why you don't see it, too much. C-SPAN is real news. That's some live shit. Like, even if they wanted it to be something different, they was like, fuck, we can't edit this. She's talking about China. That bitch better hope she make it up out of there. Because the Taliban and the Chinaman are good friends.
That's because they both want to take over the U.S.
And a lot of them both Muslims. And they both eat rice. One might ride a llama and the other one might ride a camel. They all spit at you. Oh, man. How long have I been running my mouth? Ooh, just a half hour?
Yeah.
That's a long half hour.
Yeah.
Cottonmouth and shit.
Right.
So, this is my theory on the whole thing, man. I mean, there's still broken pieces there, but just one of Biden's big things when he ran on was this clean energy and all this other shit. He didn't want us to have any oil, produce any oil, right? We didn't need any oil coming from the litter box. Henceforth, we was able to broker the whole peace deal or whatever. We was selling oil. Biden shut that shit down, which made us dependent on Iran, the one country that, again, didn't like us, that didn't want a part of the peace, but, they ain't stupid, they make their money.
Uh-huh.
So now, we had to go over to fucking, pretty much begging Iran for this shit. Taliban comes from Iran. Just to let y'all people know that shit. The Taliban comes from Iran. Pretty much if they got the and at the end of it, they friends. So now the Taliban took over Afghanistan. Now either the people who we get oil from just took over everything, kind of because of us.
We shot ourselves in our own foot.
I think it was done purposely.
Yeah.
I think there's some kind of there's oil interest somewhere. This is a bush play. This is a bush
Oh,
play.
yeah.
There's definitely, and if it isn't an oil, because oil is kind of getting old news. I mean, it'll always be a commodity. It'll always be on the market. It's like gold, but it is gonna go down a little bit. But there's other shits. There's other. I had a brain fart. There's something more than oil.
And you got these lithium mines now for all the battery shit.
Well, that's Africa. That's Africa and Mexico, dude. They need it. They need the cobalt. And you know what? Until I remember what I was talking about with the other one. They gotta mine that by little kids.
Yeah.
They gotta be little peoples.
Well, they want to go to green energy and switch over to all this electric shit.
Yeah.
All right. The power grid in the U.S. is already fucked up. How are you going to switch over to all electric cars? What happens when you got to start disposing of these batteries? It's going to be just as bad as the oil byproduct.
Worse. It's fucking worse. Because this is like a solid, oil byproduct. That's what gasoline is. It's an oil byproduct. I mean, that's how.
They want to look into the future. Let's look into the future. You got to look far enough that when you have to start disposing of all this shit, what are you going to do with it? You can't burn it. You can't bury it. You going to ship it into outer space? Let's start polluting this outer space. Send it to Mars.
Oh. I just ate when a king touched Pringles. I felt like I just bit in a piece of cardboard.
Well, they look like cardboard.
Oh, that was terrible.
Wavy fire roasted jalapeno Pringles. AKA
that was
cardboard.
That was corrugated Pringle brown stuff with a little bit of spice. Oh, terrible.
You just ate an Amazon box.
Oh. But dude, or here's another kick in the dick over this Afghanistan thing. They had a couple, they had little arsenal guns, maybe a couple rocket launchers. We ain't even heard nothing about that. They can make donkey bombs and shit. So we know about them. That's it. Now, while our soldiers were out there crying for a quick minute before Donald Trump that they needed new equipment, they needed bulletproof vests and shit. While our soldiers fucking needed all that shit, we finally got it to them, and we left it to the enemy. Now they got Hummers. Now they got more. They got more Blackhawks now. The Taliban has more Blackhawks than any other country aside from America in the world.
Courtesy of the good old U.S. of A.
Yeah. They want to do a gun ban here?
Yeah.
You just gave every Joe Biden, by proxy, is responsible for more dead people than COVID ever will be. In a matter of days. In a matter of fucking days. And people want to talk shit about like states like Florida where they have this big new COVID number and everybody's dying. First of all, honestly, what is Florida known for? I mean, nowadays it's meth, but aside from that,
old people.
Exactly. people, and you motherfucker, you could have told somebody you was getting some. I'm over here eating
cardboard and shit.
Well, my bad.
You bastard! Greg just walked the fuck in with a big old bag of motherfucking Wendy's, and
I ain't ate shit all day.
Poke him in the eye and take his fries.
Oh, bastard!
I figured y'all ate.
Nah, the fuck.
My bad.
Every time I'm gonna bring back like 20 fucking burgers.
You do that so you get fresh burgers, man. I don't hear that shit.
Oh. And did you drive there? Ladies and gentlemen, he bailed to drive to Wendy's. Didn't even ask anybody if he wanted anything.
No, Cassie stopped and got it on the way home.
You bastard.
I'm going to text her, tell her thanks for offering us Wendy's.
Oh, my bad, man. Like I said, I figured y'all ate. Oh, fuck.
I ate earlier.
Oh.
See? Oh. And you probably ate earlier, too.
No, I did.
I mean, earlier might have been breakfast, though.
My bad.
Bastard. See, now I know the people at Burger King are going to hate me tonight. 'Cause as soon as I leave here, I'm going to order me 20 fucking burgers. Probably.
Why, Margo?
Yeah, don't go to Taco Bell. I went by there last night. There was 25 cars in the drive-thru.
Oh, dude. I went to Taco Bell the other night just because I wanted McDonald's, and the only place that has a decent McDonald's around here is a truck stop in Hubbard. So, when I go out there, when I get the craving for Mickey D's, I'll
definitely
drive
don't go to the one on Belmont Avenue. That one sucks.
Yeah.
They pull you over to just get a Coke.
Dude,
right?
I fucking I started. See, that was karma.
I
hope your fries fall on the floor.
I was headed to Hubbard to the McDonald's, and fucking Hubbard cop pulled around and started following me. And I was just like, it's fucking almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know if I got my insurance and all that shit on. I just wanted a burger. I didn't even have any weed on me or anything. I just wanted a fucking burger, man.
A sandwich, man. That's all.
But man, I didn't want to deal with it. It had been 2 o'clock in the morning after they done ran everything. Sorry, Mr. Torres. You have a nice night. Now I'm fucking starving. I'm fucking up all goddamn night. You just ruined my night because you wanted to be a dick. So I pulled over to Taco Bell. Oh my god. I wish I'd have got pulled over. The Hubbard Taco Bell is not a good quality as the Hubbard McDonald's that's over by the truck stop. Just letting you know. And when they tell you off the rip, we don't have any lettuce nor any cheese
or meat.
Wait a minute.
We have a shell and sour cream. That's all you get.
I don't even know what the fuck it was. I bought 10 tacos and a couple quesadillas, and I woke up with a very bad. I'd have been better if I drank a bottle of tequila. And the mud butt wouldn't have been so bad. You ever had mud butt so bad your ass start bleeding? It just like eats right through your asshole. Just
try to avoid that stuff.
Yeah, it's like the old South Park when fucking Cartman used to eat Chipotle. He used to bleed out his fucking ass. I'm like, oh, what the hell,
Ask
dude?
Jordan about the last time he had Chipotle. Got food poisoning. He was sick for a week.
I don't think I ever been to a Chipotle. That's what it's
I did once years ago, and I was not impressed.
You know what I wasn't impressed
back.
on? I heard was some good shit, and then until I went there, and I'm like, you dumb fucks. Fucking hothead burritos?
It's all right.
That's a burrito, but it's a Subway, but with burritos.
Yeah.
That's all that is. And then the silly shit was, like when Thornton and I walked in, and there was a girl she freaked out quick. Little young girl. You need to wear your mask. You need to wear your mask. Oh, Jesus.
But I can take it off to sit down and eat.
Well, but listen, but this is for Now, if we put our masks on, we go through the line, we get our stuff. Now, the table is right next to where we got our food and stuff. Like, it's not 6 foot, it's like right there, right there, right there. Not only that, where we were sitting was also right next to the, the all you can drink pop, where you can refill your own pop. So, once we sat down, like during the whole process, while I was like 3 foot away from my table, I had to make sure that mask was on. But then as I sat down and got my pop or did whatever, my mask could be off. I'm like, and I went through this for some fucking Jared goddamn burrito? And it was expensive as shit, too.
Damn.
I mean, if you're gonna fuck me, at least make it good, damn it.
At least use the lube. Come on.
Some shit. Yeah, it's break time.
Nah.
About 45, right?
Right.
All right, so with that being said, we will come back, probably hit you a little bit more, and we're going to be out.
All right. We'll see y'all in a minute.
craziness, man. It's the only thing you got to look at. And you always look. If you want a real picture of the shit, you always look at the very last one. You gotta go through all of them. 'Cause all of them have to say, like, look, stop. Let's check this shit out. It's a perfect example. Look, alright, so, see that? Not bad. See that? It's a little bit older. See that? Oh, we got sunglasses. See that? Oh, we gotta go back to the filter. Got the eyebrows done there. Ha! Look like this is potato head. Look at that one. Whoa! 46. Ah! Look at that man. Woo! She looks like Shrek. Oh, look! In a boo-boo. Even dressed up, she looked like she just ate somebody. You can even see the booba in her fucking shorts. You can see the booba. You can see it. You can see the booba. So fun. Holy fuck. I noticed all the ones that have water.
These are the type I'm getting that like me, the biggins. It's like, yeah, this person likes you. Sorry, I don't like
Cody.
Certified slash.
Somebody had my side. are back. Alright, so I'm looking at fucking these news articles here. And I'm seeing a lot of deflecting in the media. Supreme Court requires Biden to revive the Mexico immigration policy. Thank goodness. This whole John Lewis voting rights thing, I'm not exactly sure what it is. Every time I try to look it up, they just talk about some bullshit in the House or the bickering between politicians, but they never say what it is. But I'm assuming it's trying to stop all the voter rights bills and shit that the Republicans are passing that people want. Still, if somebody could explain to me how a ID, your regular driver's license, if showing that is racist, somebody show me how. Somebody show me how. They're gonna require in a lot of states now, and they're trying to. More and more states are passing it, that you have your driver's license when you go vote, or have some kind of state ID. And the big fight against it, you're racist. If I get pulled over right now, what am I going to get asked? What do the police ask for?
Right.
License and registration and proof of insurance. So, if I get a pack of cigarettes, I got to show ID. I go and buy a bottle of alcohol, I got to show ID. It's racist to have to show ID to fucking go vote. I don't get that. I don't understand. Somebody explain that to me. If you can explain that to me, then I'll totally switch my views. I need to know how this works.
Right. Right.
Because I've seen so much bullshit with this voting shit that if somebody ain't thinking something ain't shady, then you're just fucking blind. You ride the bandwagon.
You're one of the sheeple.
Yeah. Somebody who actually does the research on one side or the other is not blind to the facts. They might try to hide it. They might try to not say both sides of it. But they gotta fucking know! I mean, it's not... Dude, fuck Terry.
Yep.
Trying to figure so. They're doing a lot of, I'm seeing a lot of fucking Trump hating in the media. One good thing, funny shit. You know what? I'm gonna bring up the article because I can almost guarantee I didn't read this article. I'm gonna tell you the headline. Fucking Joe Biden's son fucking got booted from a restaurant for wearing a Biden support hat. Or whatever the fuck, what's it say? Hunter Biden turned away from restaurant while wearing hat supporting his dad, Joe. Wah! How many motherfucking kid? A kid, the damn near America hated a kid because he wore Make America Great Again hat. A kid. He hates Indians. Oh, but nobody saw these fucking, these motherfuckers punking this kid and treating this kid like shit. All he said, he did his thing with his group. Didn't even get any races or nothing. Kid wearing that hat. You got booted on something. I bet you they give all kind of sympathy, make the fucking restaurant sound like shit. Fuck. I gotta light this cigarette for this. Hunter Biden turned away from restaurant while wearing hat supporting dad amid president's backlash over Afghanistan crisis. Hunter Biden faced rejection when he showed up at his favorite restaurant in Malibu, California without a reservation. So already you're fucking up thinking you're Mr. Badass. Was you high on dope? No, you ain't hungry when you're on dope. So, without a reservation, Joe Biden's 51-year-old son attempted to show up during rush hour on Sunday, but the popular eatery, which is also a favorite of the Kardashians, turned the president's spawn away. They called him the president's spawn. What am I reading? What is this? Somebody's actually fucking... Alright, paparazzi were nearby and caught the whole embarrassing ordeal. In photos, hunters can be seen arriving to the Greek eatery Taverna Tony, flanked by security guards. It appears he was beefed up in his protection team amid the ongoing backlash of Joe Biden's decision to discontinue the plans to pull out of Afghanistan. Even he was stupid. Now wait a minute. Aren't these Mr. Defund the Police? Aren't these all the anti? You're fucking Hunter Biden. You should be walking in there like King Jack shit.
My daddy runs this country.
And you notice they made it a point to make sure they gave the name, where it was at, and all that. Any other time they'd cover up that fucking name. That's bad publicity, but hey. Showing up in black jeans and a navy blue shirt, or navy blue coat, and a hat that seemed to be in support of his father, Hunter can be seen arriving to the eatery with a four-car motorcade. Once out of the car, Joe's son was photographed walking up to the restaurant, flanked by multiple members of security, only to be turned away due to the beloved lunch spot being full to capacity. It's because of capacity. What's that? Then what that have to do with anything? What did that have to do with anything then?
He wasn't
That
wearing
had
his
nothing
mask.
to do with his hat.
He wasn't wearing his mask.
They try to make this something that it's not. I don't like that shit. Whether you're pro or whatever.
False media.
Yeah, I don't like that shit at all. They try to make that something that it wasn't. He got booted because they was full. I'm sure if they fucking weren't full, his ass would have walked right the fuck in. The story is the cocksucker is riding around with a 4-car motorcade. Biden can't even walk around the fucking White House.
That's pathetic.
This is where our country is going, folks. This is where our country is going.
Gotta love it.
Now, what is affecting your fucking livelihood? Because if the people in California get running shit, and they're the ones that make the shitty laws that actually affect us. I noticed. They're the ones that are making the laws that you can't work on cars in your backyard. They're making the laws that you ain't gonna be able to work on cars unless your government's certified through whatever the shits that, stuff like that. And that's going, it won't be just for fucking, mechanics. It'll be for contractors. It'll be for fucking carpenters. And then it's gonna be that so-called, what is it, the industrial fucking, what is it called? Complex. The whole industrial complex that's taking over. People think that's running shit now. No. Y'all giving motherfuckers the keys to the kingdom. Here. You guys ain't gonna fuck nothing up. We ain't seen nothing that you did that was fucked up. Because we're fucking blind.
Don't forget everything in California causes cancer, too.
Yeah.
The only state out of 50 that knows everything that causes cancer. How's that?
And do you know that California has the most UFO sightings throughout the whole United States?
And that's because there's a lot of fucked up people in California.
Like, Ohio is number 6 on the list. But, fucking California is the number 1. I think it has, to date, 10,000 UFO sightings. undebunked UFO sightings. So, I don't know if you want them motherfuckers making your laws. You see what they're doing to Larry Elder, don't they? Larry Elder was he was a more conservative talk show host. He was on, very prominent. He had a bunch of books on stuff. Well, he ran for governorship of California. Now you figure, the black man, he's making it in California. Dude, they're dragging this cat through the mud, something terrible. And they're finding very minimum. Hell, when they pulled out Kamala Harris's dick sucking, they can't find too much shit on Larry Elder, except that he was a Trump supporter. And they're doing him dirty as fuck, dude. Oh, terrible. Then, the lady that they made fun of, the attorney for Trump, that she wasn't really an attorney for Trump. She was an attorney that she was pro-Trump, and she was pulling apart all the evidence and everything, and they made fun of her. They made her look like a big nut job on the fucking news. Yeah, she says that there's documents stating that everything that's going on with this January 6th commission, where they're hunting down all these people who were so-called at the riots. It's all fucking... There's FBI documents stating that this was all made up. This was all fucking done by our government against Trump to make him look bad. And there was more to it. It wasn't just Trump. They're using Trump as the big name of it so they can hide everything else. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude. I'll tell you what. Motherfuckers better pray Trump make it in 2024. Because anybody else that steps their ass into this big shit show, I mean, at this point in time, I was a Trump supporter, but I'm a realist. Y'all know that. And that motherfucker fuck up, he fuck up. But there's nobody better qualified with dealing with the scum of the earth, the dredges of the bullshit, people who don't like him, was constantly talking shit about him. Nobody else is qualified for that but him. How many fucking decades has fucking people called him a piece of shit? And he kept pushing. How many times did he fall and get the fuck back up? No matter who he had to step on. He kept pushing. He kept fucking pushing. He didn't take not a goddamn bit of money from the fucking United States. And he kept pushing to this day. He's just sitting back and he's just like, told you. Every week there's something else that they made fun of him about that comes true. They starting to say that Alex Jones is right now. But we're all nut jobs for fucking believing that shit. Now, that being said, tomorrow, I don't know how it's going to work because I got to be out in Cleveland, but we might be taping or recording early Deep Space. Going to be touching on this Afghanistan thing again, coming from the Snowflakes point of view. It's really going to piss me off before I got to fucking host this show tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that if we have it. Bar 17 out in Cleveland, if you're in that area, come and check us out. I'm hosting the fucking Light 'em Up comedy show. Got a bunch of good guys coming in there this time.
You mean tomorrow night?
Free show. Yeah, tomorrow night.
You mean tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, tonight.
It's not midnight yet.
Motherfucker, it's supposed to be Wednesday.
Oh, it's pre-recorded.
You're going to have everybody all fucked up. You're going to be there Thursday.
Tonight! Yeah, Bar 17.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thursday night, I'm going to be down at Social 22 in Struthers. Going to be performing down there. And then I believe Saturday night, I'm going to be out in Salem at Ferngulls. So check out the Upside Down Studios Facebook page, the Eargasm Facebook page. Friday night, we got Full Album Friday with motherfucking Scotty and Greg. Don't fucking miss that shit. And maybe soon to come, we might be having the full album day back. Or not the full album, the vinyl day.
Right.
The vinyl day.
The old crack load of vinyl.
Hell yeah. But we gonna cut this short here tonight because Greg got me. I got to munch you something terrible, and he sat here and ate that whole. I got 4 fries. I will admit though, for having Wendy's fries, he gave me a very erect fry. He gave the fry was good and crispy.
I'm
and
glad I
hard.
can help you out, buddy.
It was a little better than that Pringle.
It was like I sucked a potato dick. It was.
Suck on that bitch.
Mr. Potato Head is real happy right now.
Can't say that. You can't say that. Somebody gonna jump on the whole.
Genderless
cancel.
Potato Head is real happy right now.
I guess could you call him Tranny Potato Head? Because technically, Mr. Potato Head was a tranny. Because back
He could be
before they
whatever you want him to be.
separated it, he did have the girl's hair and shit and lips.
Potato Head could be whatever you want it to be. It's got interchangeable parts.
That's America. He can be whatever he wants. America.
America.
Fuck yeah. All right, ladies and gents, check us out. All new news, we'll get it posted to you. Like I said, Full Album Friday's coming up this Friday with Scotty and Greg. Check that shit out. Y'all be safe. I'm going down to piss off the Burger King people at the bottom of the street. I'm out.
You want how many burgers?
20, motherfucker.
All of 'em.
20.
The thing is, though, you got to get them an extra pickle. Because then they got to make them all fresh. They can't just hand you 10 fucking dead-ass burgers. They all got to be fresh.
WTF